I just watched
All
an
right.
episode of A Modern Family where Sofia Vergara is pissed that people in public now think she's Jay's wife because Ed O'Neill is her husband in the show.
Right.
Yeah. So she's used to people assuming
Thinking
that
that
he's
they're-
her dad. And
yeah.
then someone says, "Oh, is that your husband?" And she's angry because she's looking
right.
at
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I never thought I would get old. I never thought I would.
Well, you do get old.
I'm
No,
supposed
you
to be
don't,
Young
but,
and beautiful
it's so-
forever.
Mhm.
And even Kendall's starting to ask me stuff like, "Mom, before you had kids, what did you look like?" I was like, "Well, I was a lot skinnier." And she's like, "Okay." Like, thanks. Okay, thank you.
This is a podcast. It's us. It's due to underwhelming demand. It's a podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the podcast that is the complete opposite of a summer-long weekend. You know, something you look forward to.
No, bummer.
Yeah. But
Coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah. It's brought to you by Campbell Amusements.
It is, yes. Campbell Amusements brings the midway to a lot of fall fairs down in
Are we
southwestern
already
Ontario.
talking about fall fairs?
I know. Well, it's almost
Uh-oh.
August when we're, the day this comes out. So the
Yes.
Woodstock Fair is August 22nd to 25th. We've got Barrie that same weekend. The Paris Fair is the long weekend, August 28th to September 2nd. Cambridge is September 5th to 8th. And then Brampton, September 12th to 15th. And Campbell Amusements brings the midway to all of those fairs.
They
And
sure
if you
do.
like, if you're going to any of them, and you should, I always go to the Paris Fair. I said that before. We've got a promo code for you. Now, this promo code won't work for Cambridge, unfortunately. But use the promo code DUD, due to underwhelming demand. That's us.
That's us. That's
Promo
us.
code DUD. You can save $20 on online family packs when you purchase them in advance at CampbellAmusements.com.
Hey, that's
There's
a
a
great
limited
deal.
That is
number.
a great deal.
That's an awesome deal. Yeah,
It is,
and because
actually.
You'll be at the Paris Fair. I'll be seeing you at the Woodstock Fair.
Oh, yeah, you'll be there.
Oh,
You'll be doing
yes,
the
you're
tractor
doing the
pull.
calling,
tractor
right?
pull.
Yes, I
Right.
regret to inform you though that both the demolition derby and the tractor pull at the Woodstock Fall Fair will require an extra $5 per person, unrelated to Campbell Amusements.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unrelated
Yes.
because we're giving you $20 off if you use the promo code
But
DUD.
the Woodstock Fair, you can get in for free. You don't even pay to get into the fair.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. And
So you
Use
have
the
to pay for
promo.
the tractor pull,
You
then
know what
whatever.
you do? You try the promo code Forman and see if you can save $5 on the tractor pull.
On the tractor pull? Yeah, we're
it'll
not
probably
selling
cost
that.
you an extra $5.
All right, promo code DUD at CampbellAmusements.com for all those fairs except Cambridge. Not working at Cambridge, but working at the other ones. You can save $20 on online family packs for tickets for rides and all that jazz.
Okay. Campbell and CampbellAmusements.com, correct?
Yes,
That's where you go.
that's right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
$5. Yeah, use the code. Okay, I'm going to start with something that I don't believe you did this. We were, we're by the way, we're in the midst of people going on vacation and stuff. So we've recorded a number of these over the last little while. So I get lost over which one we've done. But you said something, I believe, the last time we were all together doing one of these, Rachel, and I don't even know what it was related to. But you said, I'm 40 years old, but I don't look 40 years old. And that stopped me in my tracks. Not because
Really?
I have no opinion
Because you think
on
I
that.
look 40 years old?
No, I don't really have an opinion on that, and I don't want to go down that road. That's not
Foreman,
it.
get the beer.
Yeah, that's not why. That is not for the.
Don't ask me that question.
No, I would never do that. What struck me was, wow. And after we were done, I remember it stayed with me after we had all said goodnight and all that stuff. What stayed with me was,
Night-night.
gee, how do you know? I don't know. How
What 40
do
looks
you-
like?
No. How do you know how old you look?
Oh.
I don't know how old
I don't know how-
I know how old I feel,
Right.
but I don't know. You specifically said I don't
look that old.
Yes, I don't look 40.
I don't know that for sure. I say that to convince myself and others that I don't look that old.
Okay.
But
No, you missed the subtle myself and others.
And others,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That I don't look that old. But I see other people sometimes and I'm like, they're my age. Why do they look so old? Like, why do they look so much older than me? Like, I don't have, a face full of wrinkles or gray hair, but gray hair is cool now. Everybody's grown out their gray hair. So that's whatever. But I just, sometimes I look at people, I'm like, they look so old. I'm like, I don't look like that. No, I can't look like that. That's not me. I still look like I'm 25. And I'm sure that I don't. But you can just tell me that I do.
No, listen, because this is what I wonder, and this is maybe why, because you were so sure.
Yeah.
You just said, I don't look 40. And I thought, boy, you're so sure about that. How do you know that? How do you know? But in my mind,
face creams and eye creams.
No,
and
no.
That's and all that stuff. I've used all that stuff.
That
since
Fit
my
Fund isn't going to save you from the ravages of time.
Since my teens, I have used all of that stuff.
It comes for everyone, Rachel.
I know.
I
don't love it.
You can't avoid it.
I haven't gone into Botox yet, although I'm not against it. I have lots of friends who have done that. I have lots of friends who've done, plastic surgery, different procedures.
That's fine.
So
all right, but that's not what I'm
Yep.
asking here. I think maybe what I need to differentiate is because I know how old I am, and we don't have to discuss how old I am. We could, but it's not necessary. I know.
We'll discuss how old I am, though. Yeah.
No.
Well, you're a lot younger. It's a lot easier. And by the way, you're not 40. I think you're slightly older than that.
41.
But anyway,
this year.
Anyway, the point is how old because you specifically said I don't look 40, and I thought, how do you you're so confident in that? In my mind, I still see myself at a certain age. I'm not even sure what that age is, but I still sort of see myself a lot younger than when I turn and look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, what happened? Oh my God.
Well, I do that
Look
too
at you.
sometimes. I'm like, oh boy, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Then I try and ignore it and say, oh no, you only look 25.
Yeah, sure.
Bad lighting.
Bad lighting.
Just an off day.
It's bad lighting.
Just an off day.
It's a lousy
Bad hair
mirror.
day. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
Right.
you talking about what is someone who's 40 look like. It's your opinion of what a 40-year-old is when you're 15, and I know what that person looks like, and that ain't me in my own mind.
Yeah, because I'm still 15. Yeah, because you're still 15 looking at the 40-year-old.
No offense. I'm not going to go down this road with Rachel, but no offense.
Oh, great.
Just saying.
What, he doesn't look like a 15-year-old?
Well,
Look at that little baby face.
No, he's starting to get. There's a little gray there.
There's more gray.
There's quite a bit of gray there. I've noticed recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
people don't comment on my baby face quite as often anymore.
Oh, they don't.
Used to be pretty frequent.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah, because
they
you
don't
do
need
have
an
a baby
ID
face.
from you. They don't need.
No one needs an ID.
I don't
No.
get ID'd either,
No.
which is kind of a bummer.
No.
Somebody
I just-
recently
I-
asked for my ID, and I can't remember. I think I was in the States, actually, and I was like,
Yeah,
yes,
they
you
do.
can.
They
You
will.
can look
They
at
will
my
ask
ID.
for your ID.
And I was
They
like,
ask
and they were
me.
like, okay, lady.
They ask me for it, Rachel. It doesn't mean anything.
I think I think everybody kind of ages, but you stop you don't really feel old. Like you tap out at a certain age. Like I feel 25, like I feel like like what age do you feel?
Me personally.
Yeah, both of you.
I don't know. I have a picture of myself in my head of what
Do you
I
have
look
gray
like.
hair?
And then
In your
no,
head?
I don't think so. No, I don't
Okay,
think
well,
so.
then you're-
But,
Oh, in your
You know.
head. Oh.
yeah. In my
On
head,
my
I
head,
don't.
yes.
But I got lots of it now. But it's
When you
mostly on
picture
the
yourself in your
sides
head.
of my head. Yeah,
Yeah, Dave can't say on.
yeah. It's not on
Right.
my head anymore.
Then
yeah.
little things happen to me, and I'm like, oh, I know that I'm old because I'll throw my back out for no reason. You know, I'm walking down the stairs and I turn and I throw my back out, which is so stupid. And then
That
I do
stuff
it again
happens.
by,
Yeah.
I don't know, standing somehow.
It gets
It's
way
so
worse.
dumb.
It gets so worse when you roll out of bed in the morning and you can't. So
Right.
you know,
Yeah. So that makes me feel old, but then I'm like, nope. Well, at
Yes.
least I look. My hair is dyed, although my hairstylist says I do have gray hair in the back. Because I'm like, I don't have any gray hair, right? She's like, well, like, oh, could have lied about that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Up
Well,
here,
I've got
it's
my
all
parents-
blonde.
I've got my parents' worst trait. That even for shows or movies I want to watch and I'm genuinely interested in, I still can't stay awake for them.
Nah. This is due to underwhelming demand. It's a podcast, the podcast that isn't like a summer-long weekend, which is, as you know, never long enough.
True. This is the long
Wait a
enough,
minute.
you mean?
This one's way too long.
Yeah.
It's already probably too long.
Plenty of
Oh,
length in here.
That's right.
Plenty of
You're still-
length.
That's right. Probably. A little
Could
long.
wrap
use a
that
little
up
more
in
girth.
5 minutes
Yes.
instead of 15.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm. Well, I was just at a family reunion that I thought was a little bit too big also.
Oh, boy. Ding, ding, ding. Good segue.
Segue.
See if I can
All
do that
right.
next time. All right.
You were at a family reunion, a Forman family reunion?
No,
Oh.
it was for my mother-in-law's family, an extended family.
Oh,
okay. So
Yes,
not the
and they're
Formans,
all-
the other family.
Was it a traveling family reunion?
Yes, because most of them all live around the Huntsville, Berks Falls area, way up north. So we traveled way up there.
That's my first radio
That's far.
job was in little old Huntsville.
Was it on the
Yes.
Moose?
I don't know what. No, is that what it's called now?
Because they go out of their way to make sure no one person can like all the songs they play. Oh, good grief!
It's just a real
Just
That's a mishmash.
mess
there's
of a
no way anyone
playlist.
can say I like all of your music. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Oh, well, they
It's
have
like
something
someone
for
said that
everyone.
once,
The
and they made it a
Moose.
challenge to make sure no one could ever say it again.
That's right.
No, they're the station that has something for everyone. That's why.
So nothing to
no.
no
Can't
one.
like it all.
And which
Which
basically
means
they
you will
have
hate some of this.
yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna hate most of it.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's really going to grind your gears. Yeah,
It's
so-
better than the guys that play what you want because you never play what I want. That's
No.
the problem. Stop telling me that.
Yeah, I think the Moose doesn't even play what they want.
No, exactly.
So we were up there,
Hmm.
and Marlene is my mother-in-law, and she's already one of 8 siblings.
Oh
Wow.
that's huge. That's
Yeah.
big.
Big family.
7 sisters
That's
and a
large.
brother.
I
That
thought
is-
I came from big families. My mom she's one of 6.
Yeah, so like a Christmas or a Thanksgiving or something with that family is already a lot of people.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Ooh.
And now
Yeah,
you're
well,
having a
some-
family reunion.
Yeah, and so now this family reunion gets done every other year. There's like committees and all kinds of planning that has to go into it.
Oh wow, this is very well organized.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Committees.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
cow.
What is this like the mob? What do
How
they
many
have?
people
what do you-
come
what
to
do you have?
this?
What do you have? Don Corleone over here who's looking after this part, and
Yeah.
Whose
what is
ring do you
going
have to
on?
kiss?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
when you
exactly
show
like
up?
that. I
Wow,
think yes,
okay.
and for people who get involved in the committees and planning things, yes, there's a few disagreements. So I've heard.
I bet there is. Yeah, I
And
bet
sometimes
there is. Sounds
that's the
like
reason
something
why-
you want to stay right out of.
and that's why it's called family.
Yes, it's
Mm-hmm.
perhaps the reason why some of them don't come for the next reunion.
Yes.
So-
that
Ah,
happens.
okay,
That's right.
yes.
There was no way, like it was all lovely and people were good with each other and there was games
Mm-hmm.
and things, but it's based off of, so if Marlene's one of 8, then I believe it's her father is one of 12.
Oh my.
And it's all the
Oh,
descendants of all 12 of them
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
that
wow.
come to these. There
Oh,
is
okay.
130 people there.
That's like a wedding.
Yep.
What do you mean it's like a wedding? Who has a wedding with 130 people? Stop it.
Well, I had 270.
Now, what a waste of money that was,
Well,
Rachel.
now I wouldn't have.
Yes, no kidding.
In hindsight, I would have had that.
270.
Yes,
That's a
I know.
That is a
We have big
complete
families,
waste
both of us.
of money. That's a
I
waste
know.
of money.
Well, now
Anyway.
I know that.
Yes.
When I was getting married, I
Should've
thought it was great.
Should have had
Yeah.
that conversation a long time
If
ago.
you're
I
planning
guess.
your wedding and you're wondering what you might regret later,
Not
send me
that
an
many.
email. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that many.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway,
Wow.
So
130
how many
people. That is like a
130.
wedding.
130, yeah. And then they're all,
Okay.
and we're all color coded too because
What do you mean?
Clyde's clan is wearing purple, and another one of the grandparent descendants, whatever,
I
they're
don't-
the yellow family. There's the red
What?
family, the blue family. Oh yeah, I don't even know.
You all have to wear a color? You have to wear
Well,
a
you're
certain
supposed
color.
to.
How else would they know who you are?
Well, colors
Well,
and then name
you-
tags on top of that.
yes.
Name tags.
Yes.
Name tag. You know what? I was just at a family reunion and we had to wear name tags. This was a few weeks ago, actually. It was recently. And this is, and I kind of thought, well, we hadn't gotten together for years, many years. And so somebody had built a new drive shed and it was the perfect spot for a
You
brand.
better fill it with family members.
Better fill it with family members. And it's a really nice one, actually. It's not really
I need
a
to
shed.
check out. I don't even know
It's
what
like
a
a-
drive shed is. I have no
Well,
idea
it's
what
huge.
that's
It's
for.
like you
It's
can't
where
park
you
in there, but
drink.
it's got like a loft, a full kitchen, a full bathroom. It's like a whole thing. Anyway,
a
it's
drive
very
shed. That's an addition.
Yes.
It's a legion.
well. It
Yes.
basically,
Might as well
is.
be.
It's like
Yeah.
a venue that
Yeah.
you could rent out. It's what they built. Anyway, it's lovely, and so they hosted everybody, which was awesome. And I love seeing this family, but I haven't seen them for a long time. So as soon as I showed up, everybody's like, "Here's a name tag," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, do we need this? Like, do we need name tags here?"
Do you know who I am? I'm the person here that doesn't look 40. You know who I am, right?
Everybody,
25-year-old Rachel.
Yes.
because
Yes.
everybody's like, "Who is that young girl
Yes,
over there?"
Exactly. They can't tell
Yes.
who you are.
Well,
That
maybe
one, the last
that's
time
why.
I saw her, she's aging in
Maybe.
reverse.
That's
Yeah.
right. She's Benjamin Button. Going backwards.
So,
The only person that could
maybe that's
possibly
why.
be is Rachel. She doesn't need a name tag.
That's right.
Yes, she's the only one of us, and we all look
yeah.
the same who
Yeah.
ages in reverse.
That's
So,
right.
anyways, then I had to introduce myself to two of my aunts, like my
Because
first direct
That
aunts.
tells you right there. Look at you.
I'm like, well, I guess we did need these.
You are doing it right.
I am.
Okay.
I mean, I must look 25. That,
But I wanna
that
go back
negates our entire last segment. Just delete it all because it doesn't even matter
It's
anymore.
gone.
Yeah.
Foreman, what color were you? What color were you?
We're in the
Yeah.
purple family.
You were purple.
Okay, you're
And did
purple.
you have
I don't have a purple shirt. No, they made up these shirts like 2 or 3 reunions ago, and I never got one, and I still don't have one. So,
Oh, you actually have to wear a purple shirt?
yes.
Yes, Dave.
That's
Did
how
you
you're
miss
color
that?
coded. It's the
That's-
shirt.
You have to
Oh,
wear
I
the
thought
color.
there was a color.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear the shirt part.
No.
That to me
I know.
is wild.
So what'd you wear?
I had a gray shirt on, I think. Because
Uh,
I didn't
Have
have
so-
something remotely,
so
but could
everybody
you not
looks at
buy
you
a
and they
purple
go,
T-shirt somewhere.
Well,
who's this
Like you're a
dude called-
participant in this
Who's
family.
the dude over there hanging out with the purples called
Who's
Forman?
the gray team?
there was
right.
No.
there was plenty of people
Nobody.
of my generation who were too cool to color code themselves.
I
so
I see.
I
Okay.
fit right in. But at one
Yeah.
point, there was even a scavenger hunt game which was designed to get people from the different clans or families in the same family
Okay.
to work together to go find and do things.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they
that's a
divvied
good
up the
idea.
teams by handing out playing cards. Whoever gets the same number or whatever, then you're on a team.
Okay.
Well, my team was me, my daughter Harley, and Ashley's uncle Lyle. So there was a moment of, "Oh,
Just
Harley,
three.
I'm your great uncle," and she's like, "Huh." I had to think about that, and I was like, "It's Grandma's brother," and she still had to think about that for a while.
Yeah. Grandma has a brother? Yeah.
And then I just had to
how could that-
introduce
Grandma has a
myself.
life outside of my
Exactly.
life?
Yeah,
Because
then there's
that
another
doesn't
guy
register.
around my age. I say around my age, but I bet you anything he's probably at least 10 years younger. But his name was Jesse, and he was on our team. And
Okay.
I believe he explained who he was related to, and then I explained who I'm related to, and it both went over both of our heads, and I didn't know anything about him, and he didn't know anything about me, and we never spoke the rest of the whole weekend.
What color was Jesse?
I don't know.
He also
He was
didn't
also
wear...
not properly color
Not
coded, so
properly
I don't know.
color coded. So
That's
yeah.
the problem for
Let me
him.
ask you.
You
Let me
would've
ask you,
known.
Foreman. Let me ask you, Foreman. After 130 people.
Campground.
Did you
at a campground.
Oh yeah.
Without, I don't want to get you in trouble, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But did you have a good time?
Yes, I did.
Okay, even with the name tags?
Okay.
I think we're done here now.
I know what kind of good time you're asking me about.
Was there fireball at this reunion?
I wasn't part of the group that was up till 4 o'clock.
Okay. Well done.
Okay. So wasn't that great then?
There was a group up to 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
now
so
we
funny.
know how old you are. This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast, the civic holiday of podcasts, actually, because not everyone gets it. That is still very funny.
Are we
That
doing
is
this every
still-
holiday? Because not everybody gets the holidays.
Is that still
Or it gets
funny
the
for 'em?
joke.
Yes.
It's getting funnier, isn't it?
It's not funny
it's-
at all.
it's
It was
actually
not
getting
funny the
funnier.
first time.
Yes, it was very funny the first
All right.
time.
Okay.
Now it's getting funnier
It's
again.
getting funnier every time.
We had a
All right.
lull, but happy
is.
Okay.
happy Natal Day, Nova Scotia.
Oh, yeah, it is Natal Day. I'll be there for Natal Day, actually,
Will
in
you?
Nova Scotia. Yeah, I will be.
Wonderful. Wow.
You know what I found out that was kind of fun last night, actually, in my house, and I wonder if maybe has this ever happened to you? This is very specific. Have you ever had an issue?
segue.
No, that was a terrible segue. I don't
Well,
even
it's
know what
funny,
that
but I
was.
can't go right into it because I have to preface it.
I don't know.
So,
I can't. I don't have.
anyway.
I don't have a noise for that. I'm
Don't ding
sorry.
that. Yeah,
add one in.
fine. I failed that one. Whatever. Have you ever had a problem in your home that you just couldn't fix, so then you just ignored it, and then finally figured
Yeah.
it out like so long later?
Constantly.
Yes,
That's most of the things that are wrong
She's-
with this house I've ignored. I
she's-
know about them.
But no, I
But
say
I'm not
No,
doing
but like
anything
you
about
couldn't figure. Okay. Anyway, so I have.
she's
this,
named Charlotte. If that's what you want to know. I mean,
Oh, she's the problem in
yeah, that's right. Okay, that's
Mine
it.
are becoming real pills too.
Yeah.
So we have this ceiling fan that we put up in our our family room, and it has a light on it. Just one of those single. It's like a dome thing, It doesn't have
Does
the
it have
sticky outy lights, but
does
it's
it
in
have
this
a
inside.
Does
the
it have a
door.
chain to pull to
No.
turn it on?
It has a
Oh.
remote.
Oh.
But the
Oh,
it
must
has
be
a
nice.
remote.
Well.
Whoa.
Well, it came with a remote. I don't know. We put it in 10 years ago. Anyway, every time I turn, the fan works fine. Every time I turn on the light, I turn it on, it comes on at full power, and then it dims to like less than 50%. And I'm like, why the hell is this light not working? We have not been able to we haven't used this light. I've been complaining for 10 years how dark it is in this room. I've put up new lights. I've like lamps. I've added another light in the kitchen, which is kind of right beside it, that has more bulbs in it so that it's brighter in the area. Like I use the underlights in the kitchen to kind of light up the area too. Like it is, I could not figure, I don't know why this light is starting bright and then immediately dims when
Do you have? Can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
You installed the fan, right? And
Yes,
the light. You
we installed it.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
We installed. So Jeremy installed.
Jeremy
the fan.
did it.
Jeremy
did
Okay.
it.
So when we say we mean Jeremy.
We
did
mean
it.
Jeremy.
Did
yeah.
Jeremy save the instructions? Like the,
No, I don't know. Probably not.
Not for that long, at least.
I don't know where.
Well,
If
yeah,
we
but
have
this-
them, they're
it
filed away
didn't-
somewhere, and I would
it didn't.
never
It
look.
didn't work immediately. It didn't work right. Correct.
Yeah. Immediately, it didn't work right.
So you didn't.
Did we look at the
immediately
instructions? No, we didn't.
Look for the.
We didn't
okay.
think about that.
All right.
We didn't know that was a thing. The fan was working. We installed it mostly because we wanted a fan in that room to keep air moving. So last
But
night,
it turns
finally,
out you really wanted the light in the room. More
well,
than
it's
you
nice
seem
to
want
have
the
light.
fan.
It's
Yeah.
nice to be able to see. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there was
sure.
2 other pot lights, but they're kind of over the
Sure.
fireplace, and they're not throughout the room. You know what I mean?
Does
Uh-huh.
the
So this
remote
one
have
is
a
in the middle.
dimming feature on it?
Not that I knew until last night.
Apparently it does.
So finally, after 10 years, for some reason, decide to Google it. I'm like, why is the light starting at 100% brightness and then dimming? And I'm going through
And you
all
have
these
changed that bulb, right?
No, we haven't changed the bulb because we haven't used it. It works, but we haven't
It only works at half capacity.
So
you've never changed.
actually-
You've changed every other light in the room, every fixture. You've got new fixtures, but you've never changed that bulb in the fan.
No, we haven't changed the bulb. So last night I did say to Jeremy, can you open that and see if there's a bulb in there? Because I couldn't remember if there was a bulb or if it was like an LED integrated thing that was all attached, right? And I'm like, I hate these kinds of fans. I want to buy a fan for our bedroom, but I'm not buying this kind of fan because it obviously sucks. And I'm going to buy the old school kind that has the lights that stick down or something. So, right. So then I finally Google this stupid problem that I've, for some reason, neglected to look up for 10 years, but complained about. And I go through all these blogs and I finally find one. And one guy just says one sentence. What if you hold down the light button? And I'm like, what if I hold down the light button? What happens if I hold and press this light button? So I'm like, I think that's the answer. So I get the remote and I press and hold the light button. If that doesn't dim and make it brighter the whole time. That's how it works. And Jeremy and I are both just like jaws on the floor, like gobsmacked. We are gobsmacked because we did not know this whole time that all you had to do is press and hold the light button.
So for 10 years,
we could have figured it out if we'd read the directions 10 years ago.
Do you think?
We didn't.
For 10 years.
I don't even know where they are.
Like,
I've been hating this light.
She's changing lights. She's adding lights. She's doing all of this stuff because there's not enough light. Damn it! That stupid fan.
I was going to have an electrician come and put in
a whole other fixture.
Yes.
Before Googling how this thing works.
Yep. I was going to have someone come in and add a second fixture in that area so that we could have more lights.
That's awful.
Like cut a hole in the ceiling, feed the wire through, and put in a new one.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I was going to have...
I don't know.
I couldn't believe I have been like boycotting lights like this. Fans and light. I'm thinking these ones don't work. Why do they sell them? Who would use this? The lights suck. Nobody could use. I can't put this anywhere else. Lo and behold, how
if
did anybody else know that?
If you read the instructions, it's funny how things work.
Yeah.
Better.
If only it came with something that told me how it works.
If only it had a thing that told me how to do that.
I know. I couldn't.
And so what? If you hold it down,
floored. So floored, I felt compelled to tell you about it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you hold it down, it gets brighter. And
Yeah.
then if you hold it down again, does it get dimmer?
Yeah, you just keep holding it. It goes all the way bright, and then it goes all the way dark. You just keep.
And if you hold it for different lengths of time, it goes to different brightnesses.
Like it'll if you. So if it's at 100% brightness, you press and hold, and it will just dim it all the way down. Like
until you let
the longer you hold it until you let go.
Yes.
And then, but if you don't let go, it'll go all the way dim, and then it'll go all the way back up. Like
what
it'll
a great
just go
invention,
in a loop.
Huh? A little remote like that. Isn't that
who knew?
Amazing.
Who knew? I thought light manufacturers were idiots this whole time.
But turns
out they're smarter than I thought.
Guess who's the idiot?
Yes. No idea.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This podcast brought to you by Campbell Amusements. Thank you so much, Campbell Amusements, for believing in the podcast. And don't forget to use the code. Use the code.
Yeah.
Dud.
DUD, due to underwhelming demand. DUD. DUD. Go to CampbellAmusements.com if you're purchasing family packs of, pre-sales for tickets and things for rides. You save $20 on online family packs using code DUD. That will work at what's coming up: Woodstock Fair, Barrie, Paris, and Brampton.
There you go. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Campbell Amusements, for believing in us. And if you know somebody or if you yourself would love to sponsor this fine podcast, you can get a hold of us at daverachelforman@gmail.com or anywhere on social media. And if you want to comment on anything we say, do, annoy you with, please do, because we say, do, and annoy all the time. That's what we specialize in that.
For instance, you can send us a message on Messenger, or as Dutch has.
Dutch has. That's a great nickname. I always wanted a nickname like that.
Well, the guy in TSN always had that, right?
Is he Dutch?
Well, that's the thing. He must be.
Is that why? Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
He
I don't
didn't
know.
say.
Well, that's a great nickname, and I always wanted a great nickname. I never got one. I just got
Poor
Dork.
Dave.
Yeah,
Dork.
Dork.
My one friend tried to make up his own nickname, and he was like, "I want everybody to call me Duke." We're like, "We're not.
No,
No
it
one's
doesn't
calling
work
you
that way. Never.
T-Bone.
Can't make up your own.
T-Bone.
Can't make up your own name.
Never works that way.
No.
Can't do
T-Bone.
that.
All
Yeah.
right, let's hear for Dutch.
This is please refer to
All right.
me as Dutch.
Okay.
So here we go. Voice memo from Dutch.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, Rachel, and Forman. It's Dutch here. Anyway, so I decided to try this that fart walk thing. I thought, well, you suggested it. Thought it might be a good idea. And so far, oh, sorry, excuse me. It seems to be working. I'm out on a walk right now, and it's
Wow.
sorry, and it seems to be. Seems to be working pretty good, and I really do feel so much better. But new hashtag, Shart Walk.
Oh boy.
Okay, all right, Dutch. That's too bad.
Yeah, I'm glad you're walking alone, Dutch, or at least I'm not with you. So
Dutch
but
is-
good on you. It works. There you go.
But good on you. Okay,
But
fine.
yeah, well, good.
And-
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Dutch. That's the best.
Thank you so much.
He brought his own sound effects. I love it. Or maybe he didn't. Who knows? I don't know.
No, he made them already.
Yeah.